hit go live. Ooh, that's not a good number.
Post.
Okay. Looks like we're good. We got the green light. I got the green light. The microphone is moving. I got a red light. All right. Hopefully it's stabilized. Anyhow, if there's any issues with the stream here, guys, just bear with me a little bit, okay? It looks like YouTube's doing a little bit of funny business because I don't see my little analytics stuff showing up on the screen, but that's okay. We are live, everybody. If we're not live, then we're on the replay. There we go. My screen is caught up to where it should be now, so it looks like we're good to go here. Welcome, everybody, to the Naked and Famous Denim Friday evening live stream. We're streaming live from Montreal, Canada, the global, the universal, the international, the galactic headquarters of Naked and Famous Denim. You've got myself. My name is Bahzad. You guys know me already. And we've got Garrett. You guys already know Garrett, but how often do you get to see Terry? Terry here is joining the live stream today. We got a double guest stars here for the live. So we're here to answer all of your denim-related questions and probably a few other things because between us, we know about stuff.
We know some things.
We know a few things. So if you guys want to know about things, go ahead and ask us about things. And we'll do our best to try and answer those types of questions. But as always, we've got all kinds of fun and fun previews, fun commentary. We got some snack time today.
Oh, yeah.
So Terry's provided the snacks, so we're going to have a good time. El Sanchez, 1984, in the house. How's it hanging? Watching from Mississauga, Ontario. Shout-outs to Mississauga. Shout-outs to Hazel McCallion and TL Kennedy. And Square One, Mississauga. Square One, Mississauga. If you're from Mississauga, you know those things. Shout out to the 19 South here, Ontario. Yeah, what can I say? That was my ride. Okay, Mega Flare Studios writes, when will we get a release schedule? You're getting one during this live stream because we're going to tell you what's coming out when. I know in the past I used to have release schedules that were many weeks out, sometimes even months out. But our schedules changed so much that I would rather not put out a schedule like that and then have to keep changing and updating the release dates. Whereas now I have, basically I wait for things to hit my warehouse and then I can schedule the release. That way I'm sure that they're going to be released in that time. So stick around for the live stream. I'm going to give you some announcements for some products that are coming out very, very, very soon. Okay. Taji H writes, greetings from ATL, currently wearing Bane Bat Breakers. Good man, the Bat Breaker Selvedge. Good choice. We've got on today, Terry, what do you got?
I'll start off, my beloved purple cores.
They're looking good.
They're coming in so nice.
Yeah. You had a little a fade incident on your ankle there.
Yeah. The shame.
Yeah, no, it's not shame.
Yeah, can we see it?
Well, you might have to
put it on the chair.
Put it on the chair, yeah.
Put it on the chair
This is one of the most convenient damages in the jean I've ever seen. And check that out. We got wear through the back of the cuff, but enough and just the right size for the tab on his boots. Works perfectly.
Special boot tab
yes,
fade.
Boot tab fades. Never seen it before. First ever, right there. And your jacket.
Oh, this is one of the brand new MIJ10 jackets. I got mine. I love it. This is going to be my keeper. This is my life denim jacket.
Yeah, you got one of few. There weren't too many of these.
There were not very many, so
right.
I got my dirty paws on it right away, and I love it.
That's the breaks of
Sorry.
working here. Yeah,
thank you very much.
That's it. Right, Garrett, what do you got on today?
And I've got on the MIJ10s, just as usual. I've been wearing them since they hit the warehouse. Literally 2 washes. You might be able to see there's a little bit of fading going on here.
You'll have to give us some photo updates soon.
Yeah, we're going to have to do some photos and some good light. But yeah, and I did the raw hem. Yeah. For something a little different. You know what's kind of cool, what I like about this? If you live in a cold place where you need to tuck your jeans into your winter boots, then it's nice because you kind of just fold it over.
Right.
You don't have a extra thick hem at the bottom. So that's why I decided to do it on this pair. Just because I do have to wear, the rubber winter boots
quite often.
Because it's quite cold.
Yeah,
here.
I mean the snow is up to our knees right now out
yeah,
there.
it is snowing outside. It's negative 25. Tomorrow, I think it's supposed to go down to negative what? 40?
Negative 40. I think
something ridiculous.
I saw on the forecast we had the same temperature as Antarctica today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's pretty cold out here right now. If you're living in the Montreal area, I'm sure even in the northeast area it's pretty cold, but it's especially cold out here right now. John Alameda writes, "What jeans do you wear to stay warm in minus 18 degree weather?" Well, Terry's wearing the purple core.
Yes.
MIJ10.
Garrett's wearing the MIJ10. I'm wearing my raw cotton slubs. These are my Indigo Invitational pair. These have been going strong. I wear these whether it's minus 20, minus 40, or plus 30. I'm trooping through the Indigo Invitational with these.
It's all weather.
Yeah, it's all weather. It's all weather gear.
But they should check out the blanket line.
The blanket line is a good
That's
good
probably the
option
best
for that.
choice.
Yep.
Or also the King of Slub. I like the King of Slub in the cold because it's got those little like air pockets, like the bumpiness on the inside. I find it's extra warm.
Yeah, I think your first choice is the better choice though.
Yeah.
Because I think the double layerness of that fabric really helps to insulate the temperatures. A long time ago, we used to have a jean called the Thermo Stretch, which was actually fleeced on the inside, and that was designed to keep you nice and warm as well. So yeah. Anyhow, those are some good winter options. Luke Sami says, hello from Thailand. Where's Risa? Risa's in Japan right now. I'm in Montreal, Canada. But next live stream, you'll be seeing Risa. But something tells me that you don't need the warmest jeans to wear in Thailand.
But all those guys wear
they wear a lot of heavyweight. They like the heavyweight denim in Thailand. Okay, Chris Griffin writes, speaking of snow, I saw snow denim, waterproof pants in a former video. Anything like that coming up again? So we did a snow pant denim early in the Naked and Famous Denim life, and this was a tech fabric. It had like a fleeced lining on the inside. It was actually bonded together. So it was a denim with it's like a waterproof exterior denim with like a fleeced lining on the inside. It had zippers on the side so you could put your boots on. Will it ever happen again? Maybe we'll do a tech fabric like that again, but I don't see us doing like the zip boot opening, because it actually made it difficult for hemming in the way that you actually can't hem them. So there was a difficulty with that for sure. Yeah. So there you have it. Rice W5 wearing my vintage cast broken twill. Very, very good choice. We have like that aqua type green cast denim. We're gonna have some more green cast denim coming up in the fall season. Cam X writes, how many times have you washed your raw cotton? I think it's been twice so far, although they are filthy right now. It's hard to show on screen, but Garrett got some great photos the other day. I'll post them on my personal Instagram and on the Naked and Famous one soon. They're disgusting. These need to wash. As soon as I get home, they're gonna get washed real good.
How many washes have you done?
Yeah, like 2.
2.
At least 1, but I think 2.
And you're almost done, right? Like,
I don't know. I think we're in like month 8.
I think it's in April, right?
I don't remember. Every time they send me the email to update, I just update it. That's all I know. Just send the update when they tell you.
Do you have plans on your next pair? Like, do you know what you're gonna do?
I don't know. That's a good question. I what do you guys think I should fade next? Let me know.
32 ounce. 40 ounce.
Oh, the 40. Don't say it. Don't say it.
No. Don't say it. Don't say that word. Everyone's gonna keep asking for it, and I don't have a date for that yet. So, sorry. Okay. Eddie Della Saipi writes, any plans for an elephant heavyweight 20-ounce black denim coming back? We have a 20-ounce, or is it 19? The Elephant El Diablo is coming back as the Jotaro denim for the JoJo collection. So we do have a heavyweight black denim coming out probably Q2 this year. Garrett's he's capturing some memories for us. Shay Laugley writes, +8 in Hinton, Alberta. No snow this time of year. It's crazy weather. I'm used to 4 feet of snow. +8 in Alberta right now.
Oh,
count your blessings. Enjoy your nice weather.
That's warm for That's near Edmonton. Yeah. Well, not Edmonton, but same latitude.
Yeah. BD writes, any plans for new Japan heritage on the horizon? there is a jean coming out for fall winter 23 called the Pagoda denim, and it's in the same realm as the Japan Heritage Okayama Spirit in terms of fabric construction, except we did it with a natural dyed weft. I'll show it off in just a bit when we're in show off time of the show. I'll you know what? Let's just do it right now. Every time.
All time over here.
They're very hefty. They're very crispy, I'd say.
I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah,
so
if you like the crispy, like raw denim experience where like you put it on and the combs are like very defined, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Big crunch.
It's got, well, I wouldn't say big crunch, but substantial crunch.
Good crunch.
Yeah.
So like it really holds its shape well. At the trade show, I was like standing these up on their own. I probably can stand these up on their own. So they're quite crispy. I think 15.5 or 16 ounces. I don't remember right offhand, but the texture is very tough, and they're beefy, and they have that beautiful natural tone on the inside. So you get this warm toned indigo denim on the outside, and you can see just how. Oh, do I got it?
Oh,
pretty good. There we go. You can see just how crispy they are. So if you're looking for the next Japan Heritage, look out for the Pagoda denim coming out in the fall. So this is a fall winter 23 preview. Long time away. We still got a lot of spring summer stuff to come out, but of course you guys tune in so you guys get the early sneak peek. So you guys sneak peek. So you guys get all of the previews. Okay. Invis Ian's Stacks Nightmares Tonight. You're watching Stacks. Hopefully the horror movie Stacks.
Wait.
Yeah.
Was
Slacks.
that?
It was Slacks.
Slacks.
Stacks. I'm presuming that's what you mean. All right.
Yeah, the jeans movie.
Yeah. Pi writes, is there a price range for the JoJos? Yeah, they're going to be like 198, 225 range for the most part. I don't think anything is exceeding that, but it all should be within that realm. Venom City writes, shout out to Terry.
Shout out to all my lovely denim brothers and sisters around the world, and love right back to you guys.
There you go.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
It's good to see you all.
Terry, what have you been picking lately?
What have I been picking? I've been picking an awful lot of new jeans. I'll tell you, like, the big one that pops out recently, big success for us, is the MIJ10.
Right.
It is a really exciting one. So I kind of like that one a lot. It was a bit delayed, but, you know, when it finally did come in, you know, it moved a fair bit. And with good reason. Like, this is, I think it's one of, like, the foundation denims for the company. Like, it got, you know, it's just like a competition fader. It's beautiful. It checks all the boxes. And now, Tempe treated.
Yes.
Bulletproof.
And you're wearing it.
And, like, you know.
Yeah.
This is one of the great selling signs. It's like every day we are drowning in temptation. You know? Like, literally drowning in temptation. You walk aisles of jeans, you touch jeans all day, every day. And, you know, when you stop and you're like, you know what? I want that one.
Right. That is true. That is a good way to think of it.
Yeah.
That is absolutely true. Because, certainly we do have the option to have anything.
Yeah.
And which is the one that we pick is probably the one that, you know, it's probably going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one.
They're all good.
It's true.
We don't make bad stuff.
We don't make bad stuff. But the one that Terry wears, the one that you wear, the one that I wear, I mean, I tend to feel like we pick, I guess because we have so many options, we could pick from anything. It's like, you know, I want the one that's going to be generally the extra special one. But you know what? I also wear, like, left-hand Twill is one of my most worn pairs. I also, over the history of my wearing jeans here, I've mostly worn core jeans. Like, I've worn out jeans, like the Sumi ink coated. I had those before. I've had a bunch that I've worn out, but sometimes I'll wear them for a year and I retire them, and then I wear like a core jean. I wear it for years. Yeah, that's a good point. The
cores are great. You can't go wrong with any of the core jeans. You literally can't.
L. Sanchez, 1984. Any plans for hairy, heavyweight elephant, like a woolly mammoth?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Love the idea.
Yeah, I think we'll save that for an MIJ. We did a 20-ounce MIJ. I think it was it MIJ 2? It's 2 or 4, something like that.
Technically, the Emperor of Slub is also.
The Emperor of Slub also, but like, I want to use like the elephant base and just do it unsamphrized and then tempe treated, and that'll come. That'll come. Andrew Wright writes, summer is winding down here in Australia. Are the beanies you Canadian fellas wearing made by Naked and Famous? You are not, I'm not. We do have some.
Well, first of all, they're not called beanies.
Yeah.
In Canada, it's called a toque.
Yeah, we have toques. And we do have some toques that we made with our good friends at Upstate Stock. They're based in Brooklyn, but all their stuff is made in Upstate New York. And we have some recycled denim options from them. I own a bunch of their stuff. I'm not wearing a toque right now. My toque is that orange one back there, a high vis one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not wearing I'm not wearing my Upstate Stock today. Unfortunately, I don't have any Upstate Stock over there. Wait, give me that. That hat's an Upstate Stock hat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on. It's got the tags on too. I'm gonna do a real.
Yeah.
There we go. With the tags.
So Upstate, we have the cotton hats too there. I know I just got one from my wife, and she wore it the whole time while she went back to Taiwan recently. Right. So cotton hat, great choice if you don't want to cook in summer or a tropical country.
There you go. Yeah, I have the, they have some leather fingerless gloves that I really like to wear. I like fingerless gloves because I need the dexterity, and then they have the leather padding on the glove part.
No, they're very luxurious.
Are they? Let me go over to Tate and Yoko and check them out. Hold on a second. Let's pull those up. Upstate. Yeah, let's see what Tate has to say on the website. So let's check out Tate and Yoko. That's our beautiful website right here. And wow, sold out. So the denim caps are sold out, but we do have the deer skin fingerless gloves. We got a couple of those in stock, but those are really nice to have.
Nice gift too.
Yeah, a very nice gift. So, we do have a big shipment of Upstate stock coming very soon. So pay attention for the email blast, and we'll get those out eventually. So there you have it. Good old Upstate stock stuff. Okay, Rice W5. No sleep till you get a Brooklyn. Till you get a Brooklyn. All right. Maybe I'm missing something. Caution about cotton knitted hats. They shrink substantially in the wash.
So do wool.
Yeah, so does wool. Cotton stretch. Got to stretch them out after. Well, I mean, wash your things in cold water. That's the first rule of washing things. Avoid the dryer if you can. And all knitwear is going to require some kind of stretch out. Because that's just the nature of knitwear. So, as long as you keep that in mind, then you will be fine.
For all my watch caps, I hand wash them in cold water.
Okay.
Just because also the agitation.
Right.
The way wool, I don't know about cotton, but wool has a bunch of barbs on it. And so it's almost like a ratchet. So the more agitation, the tighter it goes. And it doesn't like to go back. So less agitation and cold water is the best way to prevent wool from shrinking.
All right. I'm hearing from the folks out there that we've got some choppy audio. I'm hoping that it's okay because on my meter here, it's looking fine. Let me know if we're still having that issue, guys. Just say audio problems in the chat. And I don't know what I can do about it, but I'm hoping it's okay. Orlorg writes, fixed if you close and reopen. Okay, audio has been good for me, Venomous Teddy writes, and Pi also writes audio is good over here. Yeah, I when we were logging in today, it seemed like there was a little bit of interference with the stream. So anyways, hopefully it's all holding up good. Garrett, you got a question there.
So I like everyone's got these food names. That's number one.
Read it.
Oh, speaking of the Emperor of Slub and plans for a King of Slub... And plans for a King of Slub in the near future, ? Really want a King of Slub jacket.
Yes. So you guys, Salsa wrote that, and Salsa's asking for a King of Slub return. So we do have a King of Slub 2 coming out for fall winter 2022. Is it news to you?
It's new to me.
All right, it's news to Terry. But it is coming. I don't have the sample of it yet, but we will have it in jeans and jean jacket form. I'm going to warn you already that the jacket's going to be really expensive.
Wait, is it going to be unsanforized or?
Unsanforized. Yeah.
Oh.
It's going to be unsanforized. We're not going to rinse wash these. You're going to get the full King of Slub experience with them. So, anyways, we will have the measurement guides and shrink guides ready well before they're available, so you'll know what to get. But, yeah, expect a super slubby version. King of Slub 2, we're taking the original King of Slub, adding a beige earth-toned weft, so we're going to have like a fall version of the King of Slub, and that's coming very, very soon. Okay, Jaden Pora writes, hey yo, Bahzad. Hey yo. Just got 45 days on my unbranded 22-ounce Big Slub, loving the fabric. Well, I'm glad to hear that, and keep it up. Keep us posted with the fades. Put them up, tag us, we'll share them with the community.
You got to tell us the answer to this. You teased this last night, and me and Terry...
What is it?
He says, BD said, I zoomed in on the water rabbit patch, and... Okay, that's what we thought. That's what we thought.
I was right. First guess.
Okay.
Should we show people first before?
Yeah.
Do it,
okay, do it.
Yeah.
Okay, get the jean.
Well, maybe just find a photo of it on the website.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have it ready to go, but somebody's got to get the jean so that we can show what I was doing there. So on the Chinese New Year leather patch, there is a little car in the background, and it's hard to see because it's behind the fire hydrant and it's kind of stitched over. But if you know your anime and you know your cars...
That's a big hint.
Then you know what car it is in the background. So I just wanted to make sure it was there. And this would actually mark the second time that this car was featured on a leather patch for one of our jeans. And anyways, once we reveal it, let's see if anybody knows when the first time that this leather patch was featured on one of our jeans.
You might be able to go to the website and just look at the product photos.
That's true.
And see.
Or on Instagram. Okay, sorry.
Just make sure you close this tab.
So I got to do this one. It's going to be given away anyways. Instagram /Naked and Famous Denim. Sorry guys, it's not the most technical of live streams today. I think Terry's on a mission right now. I sent him on a mission. Okay. Oh, I don't even think you can see it here.
What about in that one?
No.
No?
It's not going to...
Right click. Open a new tab.
Oh, they're so evil. They don't let you look at stuff unless you log in.
If you open a new tab, you can look.
Yeah, you're not going to see it there. Okay, so maybe we'll see it in this one. Oh, the suspense is killing me. Okay. Maybe.
Open that image in a new tab. Can you do that?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Okay, we're going to wait for the gene. Then we're going to get to it. Sorry, guys, the suspense. It's like a telenovela. The suspense here is...
What other questions we can answer while we wait?
I pick one.
I'm still... Yeah, Daryl Han says, I'm still waiting on the Type 2 jacket. What's going on with that?
Well, that's coming, Daryl. It's coming in the MIJ collection. We will have it out this year. So 2023, we will have one of them. Thank you, Terry. You're a real
warehouse.
Hero. We need a smaller warehouse. All right. Okay, so you can see it, but it's very hard to see. Wait. What? I can't even see the screen, so I can't see if you can see it or not.
I don't know if it'll... Focus.
Oh, yeah. Can you guys see that? In the background there behind the fire hydrant? You can see there's a car there. Yeah, you can see it. It's focusing, unfocusing, but you got it. Okay, so everyone's seen it. Now, some people in the chat have already got it right.
Just pat myself.
Right? Yeah, Salsa's got it right. Daryl Hans has got it right. Okay, now let's do the big reveal, everybody. Bam. Okay, so there it is. The AE86
but
Toyota.
There's different versions.
Yeah,
so we were trying to figure it out because...
No. This is what I was going for. I love this car, and it's just anytime I can get it into a leather patch, I will do it. Just to me, it's such an iconic car, and I live in Japan, and I love seeing these on the road because everybody does this. They give the initial D treatment, and at this point, it's all just the super fans who love this car, but it's such a cool, iconic vehicle.
If you had one, would you go for the panda color?
Yes.
Or
oh yeah, no question about it.
would you put the Fujiwara tofu on it?
No.
No.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
It would look like this. But yeah, I'm a big fan, and there you have it. Decibels, initial D car, yep, a classic. Decibels writes, my buddy imports Japanese cars for clients, and these are a common request. I can imagine. Absolutely. Salsa writes, someone in my small Texas town has this super clean red AE86. Always a treat to see. Yeah, it's like, you don't have to have the most expensive or crazy car in the world. Sometimes, there are just certain cars that they do it for you. And I don't know what it is about that one, but, I guess it's the anime and the video games. You ever play Initial D in the arcade?
No.
I really sucked at that game.
I have my card.
Yeah, your little card.
I got the card.
Yeah. But yeah. Lee H, you should put the Naked Famous Denim truck on a patch here. Patch, hee.
Truck.
The Naked Famous Denim truck. That'd probably be a good idea. One day.
Yeah.
One day. C. Sanchez, ideas for the Day of the Dead denim. Have a Mexican artist do the artwork. I nominate Tia Colucos. They're amazing. I will look them up on your recommendation. That is my intention, is that with the Day of the Dead jeans, I want to have a different artist do the patch every year. And so I think that would be that'll be really cool. And the idea for we've sourced the cotton, we've got the Mexican cotton, Mexican upland cotton,
that's so cool.
And we're working on that Selvedge ID. We're gonna do like a Mexican blanket, like with the gradient colors. So I think it's gonna look really, really beautiful. And then we'll match it up with a beautiful leather patch. I think we're gonna have a nice package there, and I'm very excited for that one. I think that's gonna be a very, 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 very nice jean. A lot of varies in there. James Cardenas writes, next horror jeans, Wolfman. No, but we do have the original Wolfman right here, Terry.
Yes.
You can see him every day on Tate and Yoko Instagram. He's not every day on the Instagram, but we got to do another Terry's
picks.
We
got to do more now.
We'll do another one.
Yeah. We were super busy for a while, so we couldn't.
Yeah.
We were busy shipping.
Yeah, we were busy working.
If you don't see me, I'm doing my best to get our jeans to you guys.
Yeah, that's it. Terry. Terry's hands are on practically every jean that leaves the building. So if you got a jean from us recently within the last 2 years, something like that.
Year and a bit. Terry's
the guy who got them over to you. So there you go. Francisco Michael, hey guys, saying hi from Chicago. I'm headed to Chicago tomorrow. I'm going to do a trade show there Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, a show called the Chicago Collective. So hopefully we'll meet some of our retail partners out there. I don't know if I'll meet anybody, but maybe follow me on Instagram. Maybe we can do something. It'd be nice to see some denim folks out in the Chicago area. I was in New York. We got to meet some people at the New York store. So maybe we'll try to arrange something shortly in Chicago. It's my first time there. First time there. I've never been to Chicago before. I heard it was windy.
It's windy here.
Yeah.
Windy city.
Very windy here.
Cool architecture.
All I know about Chicago is what I learned from Family Matters. Yeah, that's it. That's my vision of Chicago.
Well, you're gonna find out.
I'm gonna find out. I hope it's the same. It's cold. You'll love it. I'm used to it. What can I say? Venomous Daddy writes, thanks, Terry. You always get the orders out quick. You're the man. You know what? It was. I don't want to. It's not you, but I just wanted to talk about some weird things that people do with orders sometimes. Let's talk about some things not to do.
The do's and do nots.
The do's and don'ts.
You get some funny notes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's a funny note you've had recently, Terry?
The funny note, maybe like one we got today.
Yeah.
Well, we can't say that out loud.
Well, don't say anyone's names, but
yeah.
I think they were sending a gift to somebody.
Yes.
And they wrote as the name of the person some vulgar words.
Yes.
And
popular expletive.
Yeah, some expletives. And we were like, we can't ship it like that.
Yeah.
We just can't.
Not as the first address.
Yeah. If you want to ship it yourself that way, we'll ship it to you, and then you can do whatever you want. It's your friend. But like, I can't have our company name and then all of those expletives. I'm okay with expletives. Vulgar jeans, no problem. Yeah. But we're not gonna call a customer an expletive on purpose. Yeah. Johnny Crumhorn writes, "Don't do what Donnie Don't does."
Yes.
That's it. I remember that one. What's another one that you should avoid doing? Here's a good one. We have a pretty, our exchange policy is such. I mean, it's on the website. If you get your jeans with the wrong size, maybe they're not the right style for you. You can send them back for exchange. But what we ask is that the jeans...
Not exchange.
Well, right, correct. You can send them back for store credit, right? So, and you can use that store credit to buy something else, and that's how the exchange happens.
Yeah, it's
right?
like a two-part exchange.
Yeah, it's a two-part exchange. So, when you send the jeans back to us, the jeans should be in like new condition. In a condition that when you receive the jeans... that would be something you would be okay with, happy with, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're gonna try on the jeans, try them on. Don't walk around the block with them and
sit down on your couch with cat hair.
Right.
And...
Yeah. Please don't use the jeans as your personal bedding material for your beloved pets.
Right. Yeah. It's not a test drive. It's a try on. Right. You can try them on in the house. Look in the mirror, fine. But if you're being particularly active in them, you wear them for a day or two, that's not really trying them on. And especially with the way that raw denim is, look, we're going to know that you wore them. They're going to have little fade points, things like that.
Well, they get stretched out in the knees.
Right.
And...
So all kind of stuff. And of course, we know, right? We're around jeans all day. I know what a worn jean looks like. I know what a not worn jean looks like. And... when you send them back to us, because you have to go through our process, there's an approval process. Like you send us an email requesting a return, we approve it, and then you send it back. But if you lie and you say what the return reason is, or and we get them back, then you're just creating a new set of problems for us and for you. And the one thing that we don't want to do is to say, hey, these jeans are not in the condition that we can accept them in, and then have to resend them to you, and then ask you to pay for shipping back to your home. Otherwise, we're not going to give you a credit, right? Mm-hmm. I don't want to be in that situation. I would much rather be in the situation where you're open and honest and tell us what the situation is. I tried them on, I wore them for a week, they're too tight, whatever. We'll try to work with you. We'll try to find some kind of solution for you. But yeah, sending stuff back to us that is... You basically lied to do it. Soaked, removed.
Altered.
Yeah, altered.
We've had people try to return tapered stuff.
Yeah, like their tailor screws it up and they send it back to us. I'm like, what do you... I don't understand. Do you...
That one's rare, but it has happened.
Yeah, it's like chewing the food and then being like, nah. No thanks. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
It's just not cool. So...
I don't think anybody in the...
Yeah, nobody in the chat.
Yeah,
but
not this chat. This is kind of like sharing experiences, And we've seen it all. Tags on, tags off. We've had hemming scraps inside. Yeah. We've had
the
really altered jeans.
Or worn jeans. Oh, I got a
You got the best one.
Someone complained about a certain aspect of the pants. Wanted to them. I said, okay, no problem. I get them back. And I asked the person, I said, are they worn? They said, no, they're not worn. Okay, no problem. Tags are removed. Okay, I'll make an exception.
Yeah, we can put the tags back on. That's really the least of the...
I can't make the tags come out of nowhere, so please keep the tags and don't throw them out.
Please.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we take them back, and I get them, and they're clearly worn. Like, they have combs. They're faded.
Yeah.
And so I talk to him. I'm like, hey, these are worn. He said, no. And then I look in the pockets, and there's receipts and money. So this guy clearly, went out, wore them... obviously they're faded. I know they're worn.
Yeah.
But he left the house in them and left stuff in the pockets and sent them back.
Right.
And a funny little story.
And anyways, it just creates this whole situation that we don't want to be in. And it's one thing. I just couldn't imagine myself lying like that. Like, we're both looking at the same thing, and you're telling me to my face that these aren't worn. Like, come on, man, come on. And like, and now I have to call you a liar, which I don't want to do. But we're in reality world, right? We're in the world.
Well,
so,
the fact is, I can't. There's nothing I can do to make them sellable again.
Right.
And like Bahzad said, if you just tell us the truth from the beginning, we can probably work out some type of deal that makes everybody happy. Yeah. And you're not going to waste time. You're going to save money. All this without
Pedro writes that chicken nugget skit Garrett did should have gone viral. So funny. And then Lee H writes, you ever get a chicken nugget in one of your returns?
We never got a chicken nugget, but the underwear part was real.
Oh, okay. I thought the chicken nugget part was real.
We had people drop off stuff for hemming, and they said, we always ask, is it washed? Is it clean? Yeah, it's clean. And then I take it. I didn't do it. Somebody took it upstairs to have it altered, and then I get a call from the ladies upstairs, and they come up and they're all giggling and laughing.
Oh,
and they like, look what's in the jeans.
Jeez.
And somebody had taken off their jeans and forgotten to, I guess remove their underwear.
In a rush, one smooth motion.
Dirty underwear in the jeans. So
Man, the Raven writes, as someone who's gone through the Naked and Famous returns process, you guys are easily the best customer service I've had with a return. I think we do a pretty good job.
We're not a huge company.
Yeah.
So, there is some steps and process, but we try to make it as simple and fast as possible. Try to make it as inexpensive. We sell return labels, so you get our discount.
Yeah.
Because especially for Americans, international also, if you have to send something back from the U.S. to here, it's like $30 or $40 through USPS, which is slow. So your return's going to take a long time to come.
Yeah.
If it comes,
it might get stuck in customs.
It might get stuck in customs. You're going to pay $30, $40. This way, at least we can. It's cheaper, faster. Can track it. It's reliable. Yeah. And then you get your store credit faster, and then you can order something else.
Yeah, and it's technically when you have to return something to us, and you use your shipping, you are responsible for it. But because it's our shipping, we are actually taking the responsibility of it. So we're taking the risk. If it gets lost, we can deal with FedEx directly. You don't have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with calling us and saying, "Oh, the package got lost on the way to you." Well,
you just have to make sure that you drop it off UPS. Do not drop it off at USPS because I have had some people drop off their UPS stuff at USPS.
Right. Yeah.
And then it's gone.
That's a different thing.
So just drop it off at the right place, and you're pretty much good to go.
Right. Francisco Michael writes, I've also gone through the process. Loved you guys. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that you guys appreciate it.
And Terry does all the returns every morning. So if you have returned something, thank Terry because if it comes in usually in the afternoon. And the following morning, he processes all the returns.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed, even with like American retailers that I've personally bought stuff from, some American retailers don't allow international returns. And they're just straight up with that in their policy because it's such a hassle for them with duties and things getting screwed up. Like, yeah, I can understand that. But like, even like we're open, we do that. We try to be as accommodating as possible. Brian H. writes, Americans can't return to the NYC store. Let me explain the difference between returning to Tate and Yoko and returning to Naked and Famous Denim New York. Tate and Yoko is a Canadian company. Naked and Famous Denim New York is a separate company. It's an American company. So we actually don't share a computer system. Like it is all under the Naked and Famous umbrella. But it's like buying, if you were to go to Uniqlo in Europe and buy a T-shirt and try to bring it back to Uniqlo in New York to try and return it, they don't accept it, right? You have to. It's because of all this border stuff, international stuff. We can be somewhat accommodating. Like, for example, Garrett had a customer today who wanted to do a return at Tate and Yoko and was asking if they could return in New York. And while they couldn't return it in New York, what Garrett was able to say to them, if you wanted to buy the item in New York, say the item that you wanted to change it for, you buy the New York. When you return that jean back to us at Tate and Yoko, I'll offer you a refund instead of a credit. So, those are the kinds of ways that we can be accommodating. It's not on the menu, so to speak, but if something's realistic, we're more than happy to accommodate you in whatever it takes. So, just approach us with a friendly attitude and without an attitude. If you say, I was hoping you could maybe please, instead of, I need you to do this, blah, 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 X, Y, Z. When you approach us with that attitude, it really slows things down. I'll tell you that much. But, I'm saying this to you guys. I know you guys are wonderful and fantastic, and this isn't you, but sometimes we talk among ourselves about these kinds of things, and I'm like, the customers, our fans, they'll probably find these stories interesting.
Yeah,
so,
at least it's fun. Bad stories make
bad stories make good. Bad things make good stories.
Yeah. Bad things
so that's it. Oliver W. writes, the Wonder Looper hoodie is looking at me temptingly. Trying my best to hold out for the zippers. Well, the zip hoodies are coming. We got to restock Tate and Yoko on the Wonder Looper stuff. They're pretty bare bones at the moment.
They're just tiny handful left on the shelf.
Yeah.
Very tempting.
Terry shipped a lot of them.
Very tempting.
So yeah. Okay. Chucky Beast writes, let's talk jeans, please. Okay. No problem, Chucky. What do you want us to cover? We'll cover it. You let us know.
Chucky Best.
Chucky Best. What did I say?
Chucky Beast.
Beast. He is a beast over here, but he is the best. He's the best beast. Okay. Francisco Michael, do you have any updates on the unbranded brand? Nothing specifically. I can't say that there's anything to report at the moment. So. No updates. Okay. Noon is making a request, a call out there. Someone please return your Okayama Spirit MIJ10 size 29 so I can buy them. LOL. Noon, have you checked Naked Famous Denim NYC?
I'm wearing 29s.
You're wearing 29s. Uh-oh. Maybe it's Garrett who has your pair.
But there's going to be more coming.
That, if you're
eventually.
Looking... Right, there will be more. We do have a 29 in the Super Guy at NYC. Weird Guy and Easy Guy are sold out.
Like James Dan.
Yeah, but check out... We do a blog post for every one of our products. And so if you go to nakedfamousdenim.com and go to the news section, you can check out the blog post for the MIJ10, and then we list every retailer that carries that product with the fits that they carry. So go through that. A Tate and Yoko or a James Dan, maybe they have a little bit more, a bigger fan base. But some of the smaller stores, oftentimes the harder sizes, you can find them there, and they might have them in stock.
Didn't specify what fit.
Weird Guy, over here.
Oh, down below. Oh, okay.
It's a hot item, the hot size.
Okay. Elias Deus writes, is there any plans for doing a Western shirt / chambray shirt? We do have a chambray shirt coming for fall 23. So there is a chambray coming, but it's not Western style. It's going to be in our easy shirt fit. But I would like to do Western shirts. I just need to find the right manufacturer for them, which I might know somebody now. I wouldn't mind doing some Western shirts. I think they're pretty cool.
What type of buttons you want to put on? Like the white?
pearl snaps.
Yeah.
They're going to look really nice. Okay. Salsa, by this fall, will more jeans be released in the True Guy? I'm going to say by fall, yes. I will say by the fall. That's my white whale right now, True Guy. I keep chasing it, and it just keeps getting away. But it is going to come.
Well, good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, good things.
It's going to be good.
That's it. Okay, let's show off. Garrett, you mentioned in the live stream, in our little Tate and Yoko live stream yesterday, that you wanted to show something off. And I think we've got a really, really beautiful...
Which one do you want to hype first?
Yeah, let's do that one first.
All right.
Okay. So, last week, I unveiled these guys to you. So this is another faraway release. But we'll get to some sooner.
They come here. They
come here for the faraway release. So this is the Elephant 12. This is the 20-ounce Big Slub Broken Twill Selvedge denim. This is essentially the marriage of the Broken Elephant and the Elephant 5 all in one. If you wanted an Elephant 5 with a Broken Twill, you got it. Or if you wanted that Elephant 5 and you missed out on that Big Slub Indigo Warp White Back denim, this is your new chance to get it. It's made in a slightly different construction, but fading and texture will be probably very similar. And speaking of fading, our good man Garrett over here has got quite the pair. And this is a pair that we did a fade review on. So if you haven't watched that, you probably should. But
yeah, so this is my personal pair. And there you can just do a little side by side. So this is the same yarn, same dye. Yeah. Technically, this one will be slightly darker, right? Because it's a Broken Twill. Just maybe a little slightly. Bit. But there's kind of a before and after of what you could expect on the upcoming Elephant jeans.
Yeah, very, very beautiful fading.
Very nice.
How long did you wear those, Garrett?
Honestly, not that long. Maybe a year.
A year?
But it's because I was working really hard in these jeans.
You were working on the railroad.
I was working on the railroad.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to say, oh, sing the song.
Do it. All the live long day.
Get it to focus.
Yeah.
But these are one of my favorite pairs. I mean, the 32 ounce are my favorite, but these are just so comfy. Like, people are like, oh, heavyweight. These are like sweatpants. Like, honestly, they're just like so nicely broken in, so comfortable.
Yeah.
Perfectly faded.
And the amount of indigo that's come off them is just unbelievable. Yeah. It's really incredible. It's
incredible
to see this transformation from this to that.
Yeah.
How many times have you washed that?
Uncountable.
Too many to count.
I mean, like, I bought them, and I think I accidentally wore them to work, and I only brought one pair of jeans back. So I thought, oh, well, these are my new work jeans.
Right.
And so they became my new work jeans, and I just started. I'd wash them every 2 weeks.
Okay.
My cycle was every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I'd go home every 2 weeks, and just wash them, and that was that. So they got a nice vintage fade. You can see the comb just a little bit there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can't go wrong with the Elephant 5, and this is kind of like the reincarnation.
This is the reincarnation. So there you have it. Broken Twill, the Elephant 12, coming out in the fall. Okay. C. Sanchez writes, I've never seen a slubby broken twill. Cool. Heavyweight broken twill is rare. Slubby broken twill is rare. Slubby heavyweight broken twill, very rare.
But there's one more level. You're forgetting.
Am I? What am I forgetting?
Women's.
Oh, that's right. Oh. Yeah. This jean also will be available in Our Ladies Classic and Aero fits. So for the first time ever, the Elephant denim will be made in Our Ladies fits. So for you out there who are looking for a heavyweight denim option, we've got it. We've got it coming. And denim jacket. So I can imagine the couple that's going to do denim jacket, jeans, both, matchy.
How small is the jacket going to come?
We can do extra small. Yeah. It's just a matter of retailers ordering it.
Yeah. Because the Elephant jacket fits big. Like, even I could probably fit into extra small.
Well, the thing about ladies can wear it like boyfriend style.
They can wear it bigger too, I guess.
Okay. Here's a great question that's going to have not the answer you're looking for. Chucky Best writes, which fit is the closest to the Levi's 501 fit? You guys have the best denim fabric. Now, this is a question that we get probably every day, and the answer to that question is which 501 are you talking about? Because I don't speak for Levi's, but the 501 has been made in so many different incarnations, and to me it doesn't even represent a fit anymore. It is just an iconic number that Levi's used to put on whatever fit they want to sell right now. Whatever they feel like is their best fit, they're going to put that on. And so I don't have anything that fits like a Levi's 501. We have jeans that fit like our jeans, and that's about it. And the answer to you're writing 1947, I don't know what a 1947 Levi's 501 fit's like. And it's a vintage fit, high rise, a little bit wider in the thigh, a slight taper. That's all I can imagine. I don't really have anything like that. Strong guy might be the closest thing to a vintage fit that we have, but everything that we do is fairly modern. It's not going to be like too droopy or saggy in the butt. Everything is, modern and form-fitting to a degree without being particularly tight. Strong guy is maybe the only thing that I would put in the vintage fit world. But
I always tell people just like weird guy because it's our most standard fitting jean. And when you think of like, if you draw a pair of jeans, it's gonna probably look like the weird guy.
I would say that but that's answering a different question.
It's a different question.
Yeah.
But like that's what people are asking when they ask that. They go, "What's your standard? What's your normal pair of jeans?"
Usually, when people ask that question, I don't go into the whole like, those three numbers actually don't really mean anything. I don't go into that.
I do. I say what 5?
Yeah. I will usually say, well, if you're looking for a tapered leg jean, yada yada yada, this is going to be the jean for you. And which I will usually recommend the weird guy, because I feel like most people sometimes they ask that question because they just want what's a standard fit. Right? What is a standard fit? And the weird guy is a pretty standard fit. It's not particularly high in the rise. It's not low in the rise. It's got room. It's got room in the thighs. Got a little bit of room in the butt. A little bit of a taper. If you're a slim person, if you're got more muscles in the thigh, it'll usually accommodate just about everybody. So, I tend to recommend weird guy in that respect. Okay. Francisco Michael 5-0. What? Garrett. Okay. Emilio Hernandez. Opinions on baggy fit jeans becoming trendy. You guys may have talked about this before. Okay, cool. How do I feel about it? I feel a lot of different things about it. Number one, I like that the current trend among the Ute is what I used to wear when I was a Ute. So it's a very cyclical, and I see the girls and I'm like, you look like the girls were when I was in high school. And I see the guys and I'm like, you look like the guys were when I was in high school. So to me, I see it and I see the nostalgia in it and I'm like, I'm appreciating it.
Were people tying their jeans up with shoelaces in the back though when you were in high school?
Tying their shoe?
They do a thing seen where they'll take the back two belt loops, not the center one. Oh. And then like cinch it with a shoelace, and then they have like probably like 4 inches of extra fabric.
Oh no, I've not seen that.
Yeah, it's funny.
But I think the baggy fit is part of a trend right now, where I also find that the youth trends are they're very fast nowadays.
Oh, the micro trends is super fast.
They're very quick. So this is something, we've been seeing, I don't know, the last 18 months or so, and I have no idea how much longer that this is going to last for, but it'll...
Well, low rise is back, too, for some... That's what some kids want.
But, so it's in trend world, but is trend world going to work its way down into mainstream world, right? That I wonder... because sometimes things just stay in trend land and it's like the cool kids are wearing it. It's kind of like, the cool kids wearing flares, and like you don't see that in, mainstream, right? So who's to say? The baggy fit might be a little bit more approachable. I noticed, somebody pointed out to me the other day, and then I started noticing it, that it was mostly the girls really rocking the baggy fit a lot.
I'd say it's the girls and the fashionable guys.
Okay. Yeah,
like the skaters.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
The guys who are really paying attention.
It's so hard for us to tell, at least like especially my neighborhood here, because we have so many.
There's a lot of
people.
There's a lot of in our area here. There's another Canadian online retailer that Essence. We sell to them. You can find our product on essence.com. But they're like a luxury and very, very fashion forward company, and their office is just around the corner. So a lot of their, like, when we go to lunch, like, you see them, and you're on the bus, you see them. So everybody around here is the latest trends.
Yeah, like the bleeding edge.
Like bleeding edge. They're on the front of all the trends, and so it's like everyone is cool, and everyone's young, and it's kind of cool to see. But yeah, you can see how fast the trends move. But yeah, I like it. I think it's neat. From a fashionable perspective, it's neat. I think from a business perspective, I mean, we'll probably pick up a little bit of business. You know, maybe we'll sell a few more pairs of Strong Guy. There was a guy in New York that I met, and he was wearing Strong Guy, and he loved it. He's like, these are the only jeans I wear. So I think we'll pick up, you know, a little bit of business there, but I don't think it's gonna like topple over and be like the main event like it was when we were actually growing up, and the only option for jeans was baggy jeans.
Yeah,
like
to the floor.
How baggy were your jeans in high school?
Mine were probably like a medium beat, but I wasn't one of those Jinko.
No. Yeah. There's that. There's the guys who are wearing like the raver pant Jinko style, which I at one point was, but there were certainly just, you know, hip hop style, and even, I mean, you know, you'd look at a Gap ad from back then, and like loose, everything was loose.
All hems always frayed from dragging.
Yeah. Sucks up the water when it rains.
So
that's right.
whether we get to that as a mainstream event for the men, I don't think so. I don't think so. In the fashion world, sure, but I think the average guy is probably not trading in his like straight leg or, you know, regular tapered leg jeans for really baggy jeans again.
I think in general things are getting a little bit wider.
Yeah.
A little bit, but it's not like what you said.
Right. Salsa, it's mostly women I see wearing baggy jeans at university. Even the jeggings still seem more commonly worn.
You could even say it's not that its pants are getting so much wider for mainstream, it's that it's going back to normal because it was so skinny for the longest time. It was very
skinny. The last like 10 years or more was dominated by skinny. Yeah. So from like the late 2000s until like last week.
Last week.
It was all skinny all the time. And
well, that's our new standard though, because for a lot of people, skinny tapered jeans is their idea of jeans.
Right.
You know, like even some young guys, they'll come in the store and they'll be like, what do you got? Tapered jeans. And I'll give them, you know, the easy guy, the super guy. They try them and like, do you got more taper? And I say, no, because you can't get your foot through the leg opening. Yeah. Like, we literally can't taper them anymore if it's 100% cotton. Yeah. For the super stretchy jeans, sure, you can taper them. But, you know, there's a limitation. Right.
Con Trin writes, hi, just tuned in. Cheers from the Netherlands. Well, thank you so much for joining us. The Raven, I'm easy guy through and through, which is saying a lot considering I typically wear looser fit pants when I'm not wearing denim. Right. The easy guys, it's a best of a lot. The easy guy is a very versatile jean, right? For a slimmer build, it's a looser fit up top. It still has that nice leg opening at the bottom, nice and slim. If you're a bigger person, you got bigger thighs, then it is a kind of a slimmer fit on you. And yeah, I've worn them where I basically chopped off the bottoms to make the leg opening nice and wide, and I just wear them kind of like hanging off my butt basically, and they're just like the loosest, baggiest jean, and I like wearing them that way.
So those are your left hand Twills?
Those are my left hand Twills. Yeah, and they're not baggy like 90s style baggy, but like they're a little bit more like vintage jean, hang off your butt baggy. Yeah. Okay. BD, I must have a good belt to wear over 36 Levi's jeans as a teen. Those must have been huge on me a lifetime ago. Yeah. I remember buying like 38 jeans and not giving a crap. And like I was like a 28. Waist. Yeah. I didn't care. I was just like, I'll throw a belt on, and you just cinched them up, and and they were just the baggiest things. And I had like, you know, big old like, you know, Timberland kind of boots or whatever. Oh, yeah, and right? I definitely did that. I just did not care. You know, because everything was big. It was loose. That I always remember that scene from Clueless. Remember that scene when the girls are talking about the way the boys dress, and they just find it to be horrendous, and then they just like cut to the guys, and the guys are all wearing like loose jeans with like chains hanging down and like slick back hair that was gross, and it was like they're like, this is what they think the girls like, and it's like, no, it's what they think they like. But
yeah,
but it was a great cut of like that slice of life.
I forgot about the chains.
Yeah,
the long
wallet chains.
The thing is, those are like dangerous. You get that caught in something.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Hank Law writes, why for the love of God do you only make Easy Guy with 32-inch inseam most of the time?
It's so funny. We were talking about this.
We were talking about this today. We don't actually. In fact, if you look at Easy Guy now and for the last while, Easy Guy has been changed. It is longer now, so you can enjoy.
Wait, what's this guy's name?
Hank Law.
Hank Law. How tall are you?
How tall are you, Hank
Tell
Law?
us.
But yeah, all of the Easy Guys now, you're going to be able to get them like 33.5-inch inseam. We've got you covered if you need the extra length. No problem.
Oh, you want to know a really funny fact about me?
Yes.
When my parents were deciding my name, they were deciding between two names, Garrett and Hank.
Oh, okay.
I almost became Hank.
I can see you as a Hank.
Could have been a Hank.
Yeah,
could have been a Hank.
But yeah, Hank, you're 6'2", 150.
You're good.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
Yeah, we've got guys in the office who are like 6'3", 6'4", wearing the Easy Guy.
Cuffed.
Yeah.
Cuffed.
Yeah, Tristan,
Yeah.
he cuffs his Easy Guys, and he's 6'3", so.
Yeah. Yeah, even you, Terry, no problem, right?
No problem, no problem. And I get that concern, because, I always like being 6'2", the default is like, give me the longest one you got. Give me the longest one you got. And you're always looking for the longest, and, maybe you're getting 34 by 34.
Yeah.
Because we don't do that system.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see that number 32, it's like, is it going to be long enough for me? Like, I'm 6'2". I don't want to be like showing off my ankles.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It looks great. You'll have tons of room to cuff, to stack, big cuff, double cuff, whatever you want.
We got you covered.
If you're 6'6",
yeah, I say our cutoff is if you're 6'5" and up, that's where you might start to run into like whether or not you can cuff the jeans or not.
Yeah.
At some point, they if you're 6'4", you're probably okay.
Yeah.
6'5", that's when you'll start to run into maybe these I can't cuff them, or maybe they'll be a little short. But if you're 6'5", you probably run into that issue generally.
I mean, we do have some that are a little bit on the longer side too.
Yeah.
Like if you look around the website, there are some that have a little bit longer inseam.
Yeah, sometimes you're like 34.5,
Yeah.
but
We've had some that were 35.
Yeah.
And the other thing to remember too is don't get caught up on tag size, like you said, 34 by 34.
Yeah.
I bet you go to another store, you buy a 34 by 34, you measure it, it's not going to be 34 by 34.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Anyhow, Hank, I think you're going to be covered, and Hank suggests that you join the Hank crew.
Hank crew.
I don't know.
I like it.
Honorary.
Hank's a good name. That's a strong name.
I like Hank Hill.
Yeah, I love Hank Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Role model.
Yeah. Elias Deus writes, do you have a lined trucker jacket? In fact, we do have one coming out. I'm going to grab it for you, and
So cool.
I'll show you what's going on with that.
Yeah. Line trucker jacket's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really nice. Very comfy.
Okay, so we've got two.
All right.
This is the left-hand Twill Selvedge. Can you hold that for a second? Left-hand Twill Selvedge will be coming in a blanket-lined edition with that beautiful yellow stripe. This is going to be coming out for next fall, so you're going to have to wait for that one. And then we're going to have the solid black Selvedge also in blanket-lined edition. Garrett, you want to... There we go. Let's do a double team here. And we've got the gray stripe on the inside as well. So we've got two lined jackets coming this fall. Stay tuned. But you know what we really need to do? Maybe talk about some spring items, because spring items are coming up sooner than later. I don't want to tease you guys so much that you're like, when's this coming? When's this coming? And you're also, please also, don't ask me for a release date for anything in the fall yet. Just don't. I don't know. The answer is it's coming in the fall, but inevitably.
I get emails all the time.
Yeah.
People are asking, when are the shirts releasing? When is this?
Yeah.
And like, sign up for an email notification.
Yeah.
That's the best. If there's anything you want on the site and you want to get it as soon as you can, just sign up for the email notification. That's your best thing. And then for some of the jeans, the really hot releases, you want to be there at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
But for everything else, like a lot, or not everything else, but a lot of things we don't do necessarily releases. So just sign up for the notification and you'll be good.
Right. Okay. BD writes, a coworker tried to ask first my help with getting new pants from another brand. I explained measuring the waist, looked at his desired site, no measurement available, only tag size. Sad. Yeah, I agree. Sad. I don't need to help my competitors, but if you don't have the tag size, if you don't have the measurements of the jeans that you sell on your website, like the actual measurements. Sometimes I see websites and they're like, here's a size 32, and they just measure one jean and it's like a diagram.
Well, they'll have like a chart that goes for the whole website, and then there's a huge tolerance.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They must just enjoy doing returns and exchanges for customers and making it very hard for their customers to shop. If you're gonna buy jeans, you have to do your measurements. You have to know the measurement guide. That's the way. That's the only way to sell jeans online.
It's kind of the bare minimum.
That's it. The bare minimum is what they're doing, and they're just.
Well, I mean, a bare minimum good job.
Right. Yeah, bare minimum good job is doing the measurements. But yeah, it's savage to do it otherwise. Like I can't imagine what their return room looks like. Just jeans coming back all the time.
It's just work and annoying for everybody.
For everybody, it's not a good experience. Yeah. It's very bad, very bad. Okay. BD writes, needless to say, between your charts and email phone calls, you're all great helping us decide. Well, that was probably Garrett on the phone. So there you go.
If you call, you'll probably talk to me. Sometimes Vincent, sometimes Terry. But yeah, if you have questions or you have an emergency, like you need to cancel your order or whatever, give us a call.
Yeah.
I'm here during weekdays, but there usually is someone on the weekend too. So just give us a call.
Daryl writes, can you guys taper my jeans? It fits right in the waist, but the legs are slightly bigger. LOL. We can't taper your jeans. We don't do tapering. We do hemming.
I don't recommend it, honestly.
Yeah, because just get jeans that fit.
Get the jeans that fit. Get the fit that you want. And understand Selvedge jeans.
No. It's not that the tailors don't. I'm going to tell you that the tailors do. And it's the people making the request that don't.
Okay, maybe.
So here's your problem. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you real good, real simple like. So it really all depends on the construction of the jeans. So sometimes you have a felled seam, and sometimes you don't. You have an overlock. So if your jeans are overlocked, then you can taper from the inseam. Mm-hmm. If your jeans are felled, you're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna have a bad time. And here's how you can tell. Okay? So this is an overlock. Okay? And here is, let's see. We got overlock action. This looks like a felled seam. So sometimes it depends on the fabric for us, because some fabrics are easier to make one way or another. Sometimes it depends on the fit, but whether it's our brand or any other brand, here's what you got to look for. Oh, God. There we go. They're too stiff. They're too strong. So take a look at the inseam of your jeans. See what the construction is like. If it looks like this, where it's flat and the fabric is folded in on itself, that's called a flat felled seam. This is very hard to alter. Very, very difficult to alter. Odds are the alteration place does not have the machine to reproduce this edge, and they don't want to open this up. So if you're going to taper a leg, they have no choice but to do it from the outseam. And the reason why they can do it from the outseam is because all you need to do to refinish that outseam is to stitch this down here. So you can see where that stitch line is. They're basically just chopping the leg down a little bit and then sewing it back up. That's what they're doing to taper. You would like them to do it from the inseam because you want to preserve that Selvedge ID. So they'll do it two ways if they have to taper from the outseam on a felled seamed leg. Either they're going to chop the Selvedge off, or you're going to say preserve the Selvedge, and in that case what they're going to do is they're going to open up this seam right here. They're going to widen the leg, just they're basically just going to open it up, and then they're going to sew down diagonally, preserving all of the fabric. So they're not going to cut any of this off. Then they're going to press the leg, and then you're going to have all this extra fabric coming out this way. So you'll have a super giant selvage ID on the side, which if you don't care, fine, there's no problem. But I mean, it sometimes looks a little weird. But you know what? I've known people to do it. It's not really the end of the world. But this felled seam is really what you want to look for. If it's like this, very difficult. If your inseam is like this, overlocked, right? So that's taking the fabric and kind of doing what we do with the Selvedge ID on the side here. So imagine just like taking the fabric out like this and then stitching it down all the way down here. So, sorry, Terry. So because this is easy to open, you just have to basically seam cut this, and then you open up this seam right here. You can adjust, you can trim off some fabric here, reclose it, have the same finish, and preserve that Selvedge ID out here. So it all depends. If you have a finish like this on the inside of your leg, easy to taper from the inseam. If it's felled like the other one, very difficult. And so if it is felled, you have two options on how they can taper from the outseam. One is to preserve the fabric. You're going to get a giant Selvedge cuff, or they're going to cut it off. And I mean, look, if they cut it off, they cut it off. It doesn't ruin the quality of your jeans. They're still Selvedge jeans. It's just your Selvedge is not going to be exposed anymore.
If you don't cuff it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So
I got a very natural follow-up question.
Okay.
I'm sure everyone's thinking it. So, if you have two types of construction for your inseam,
yeah,
is there a rhyme or reason to why one jean gets built one way and another jean gets built a different way? You know?
Yeah, you know what? This is actually a good question for our pattern maker, because sometimes there is a rhyme or reason, and sometimes there isn't. Sometimes the fabric.
I've asked her, and she's like, eh.
Sometimes the fabric is too thick to like do a proper felled construction. Sometimes that's just how they do it. So. Yeah, sometimes it's just, yeah, there isn't. It's kind of like with the zip fly, button fly.
Yeah, there's like.
Sometimes there's a zip on it, and there's no. Usually we'll do it if there's stretch, but sometimes there's stretch and there's a button fly, and or sometimes it's 100% cotton and there's a zip fly. So sometimes there's no rhyme or reason, and that's just the way it is.
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean. Neither is really. I mean, the felled seam is maybe a little bit stronger, but it's really either way. Like broken seams, there's a very, very small problem we ever have. Like we ever encounter. Like anytime you wear your jeans out, it's usually the fabric that you'll wear out, and not the seams. Like the seams will really, really, really hold up well. I mean, it's not impossible to break a seam, but it's. Usually if we see a seam break, also, here's a good one. If this seam breaks right here, the seam that's holding this panel to the fly, we know your jeans were too tight. Yeah. You know, sometimes we'll get an email like 3 or 4 days after somebody has their jeans, and like you can just see, and the funny thing is like you can really see how it broke, like because it's just like a U-shaped pulling. You can see the fabric is pulling like crazy, and they're like, my jeans are defective, and
they fell apart.
Yeah, we're like, no, and okay, let me grant you that. So do you want us to replace them with the exact same size? Oh no, actually, I would prefer
a larger size.
2 sizes larger if you could. Got it. So we sent you. Luckily, we sent you the defective size and the defective unit in the wrong size. Got it. Again, if that ever happens to you, you don't have to lie to us. We will find a solution that works.
Well, if it happens, first of all, if you it
yes,
won't happen to
right.
you, because if you get your jeans and they're too tight,
stop.
Just take them off. Take them off.
Yeah.
Don't try to stretch them out. Don't force it. If they're too small, they're too small. That's just how it is.
Yes.
Okay.
If the front button doesn't do up comfortably, if you're struggling or you can't if you can't do the fly, just stop. If you can't do the waist, how far are you? Is it a little bit of a struggle, or is it a lot a bit of a struggle? It shouldn't really be a struggle.
It should be comfortable.
Yeah, it should be comfortable. Some people want to wear their jeans slim. Got it. So if you want to wear your jeans slim, understand that, okay, a little struggle's fine, but you are putting stress on all of the seams. Okay, that's the risk you're taking. That's you. But yeah, if you can't do up the fly, just take them off, give us a call, send us an email. We're going to get you sorted out.
Oh,
but
another good tip. When you're pulling on your jeans,
yeah,
these right here, what are these called?
Belt loops.
Belt loops. Are they pull tabs? These are not for pulling on. I know you people do pull on them.
Yeah.
But if they're too small, don't try to get extra strength pulling on these.
That is another one. When the jeans are too small, and like you can see it because what'll happen is the bottom of the tab blows out, and you can just see that it was pulled off, and they're like, oh, these fell off. I'm like, the fact that
to rip a bar tack out takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, they're just blown off. Yeah. Like you can see like the cotton like in the direction that they were being pulled. I'm like, sometimes someone will tell us, well, I own 5 pairs of jeans, so I know. I'm like, yeah,
I've worn jeans all my life.
I'm like, we know about jeans too. We're not having a pissing contest, there. But
the moral of the story: if they're small or uncomfortable, return them for a different size.
Yeah. Samos writes, does Reddit still have the buy one size too small mentality these days?
I hear it every day.
I don't speak for all of Reddit, but I still see when I pop in there, I still see that from time to time. Oftentimes it's like someone's is a fit pic, and the thing with fit pics is a lot of people, they're taking pictures of themselves, and it's hard to take a good picture of yourself. And you're wearing brand new raw jeans. You might not have cuffed them properly, and like the jeans, they bunch up weird when they're raw. So everyone's like, oh, they're baggy, they're loose, send them back, that's the wrong size, they should be snug. It's like, snug things kind of look good, right? Because they look, like they're fitted in a way, but they're not comfortable. And, a lot of people look at those raw, baggy looking shots, even though they're not baggy, they're not cuffed, they're not the right length. When you're wearing raw jeans and they're when you go into the store, for example, and somebody comes out of the change room, first thing we do is adjust the cuff. Because when the guy looks in the mirror, he wants to see how the jeans should look on him, right?
Not all bunched up and stacked.
He's not going to wear the jeans like that. Nobody wears the jeans like that. So, there's still some disconnects on the forums. Not just Reddit. I mean, it's everywhere. But, that's why we do these live streams, to try and...
And don't let somebody on Reddit tell you what fits. If you like it, if it feels good and you like the look of it, you have your answer. You don't need to have some guy give his seal of approval online saying, oh, yeah, those fit or they don't fit.
Ask your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever.
Or your mom.
Right? Or your mom. Your mom will tell you the truth. Your mom will absolutely tell you the truth. So, sometimes the forums,
they can be mean.
They can,
or maybe some people are just trolling.
They're not as mean as they used to be. I'll tell you that much.
That's true.
Oh man, when I was growing up, you put on a bad fit pic in a forum, you got roasted, and like that was the standard. Like on the streetwear forums and things like that. If you were wearing the wrong hoodie, it was like, oh man, you were toast.
I think I sent you a meme where it's like, you haven't been roasted on a forum for a fit pic and it shows.
Yeah. So the forums are definitely nicer than before. Of course, there's a lot of good information there still, but I think it's difficult. If you're new to raw denim, it can sometimes be difficult to navigate the good information from the bad information. And
if you have questions, just give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call.
Because the information you may find online could be incorrect or also just not relevant to the product you're looking at.
Yeah. Venomous Teddy, Reddit is only just starting to have people post photos of footwear other than Red Wings. Okay. I mean, I think the what I like in general is the way the Western attitude towards raw denim, and by maybe the North American attitude, where it's not seen as just one thing, right? It's not just heritage wear. It's not just like motorcycle wear. It's not just like vintage, reproduction army stuff or whatever. It's a lot of different things incorporated, right? Or sometimes it's just as simple as, jeans are Americana, right? So jeans and a hoodie and some sneakers, you're good to go. That's an outfit. That's a good look, Yeah. So I like that we're not so militant in that respect, where it's like you're not just wearing jeans, but you're wearing a uniform. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, I think there's just also more of a spectrum of jeans wearing here. Like it ranges from mom jeggings all the way up to 32 ounce. There's everything in between.
That's true. Okay. People were posting on the Reddit the other week acting like wearing a t-shirt or a hoodie with Raws was some kind of revelation. Apparently they've never seen a fit pic that wasn't a cowboy. Ugh, yeah. I mean, that's odd.
Isn't that what normal people wear? A hoodie and jeans and sneakers?
Yeah.
The raw denim world, it's not like there's a country club with rules for entering and like you have to wear like this. And then maybe people that might be coming from other, like another similar example, like you're buying your first suit for a social occasion. There are like standards. You have to do this way. You're going to a wedding or funeral. There are standards. And maybe that's where like the feeling comes along.
Yeah.
Like, I got to do this the right way. First time I'm spending the money, but this is really, there are no rules.
Yeah. Maybe guys just like the order of things. So they just want to make sure they're doing it right. I'm not sure what drives that. I'm not sure what drives the need to like find the rules in this world, right? I get
people just want guidance.
Yeah.
When you're new to something, you just don't know, and you're like, oh, what should I get?
Right. The Raven. In my opinion, the beauty of denim is that it goes with everything.
It's true.
I agree.
Amen.
100%. Salsa. Internet was different 10, 15 years ago. People had Call of Duty on Xbox 360 days. People on Call of Duty on Xbox 360 had the most creative insults. Were they that creative? I think they were just,
The stuff kids would say.
Oh my God.
You talk to, like, you hear kids scream and stuff. You're like, where did you learn that?
You know what? It was those days that I took off the headset.
Yeah.
I didn't wear.
I don't game when I game, which is rare these days. I don't game with a headset anymore. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear you. I know in those competitive co-op games, maybe you need it. Also, I only played Call of Duty with you once, and then
well, okay. If you're playing a new modern game, you have to wear headphones so you can hear the people running, where they're coming from. But like on Warzone, I don't have hot mics.
If I play headphones is one thing, but the mic.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear your voice. I don't want to hear anybody.
Yeah. Well, that's different. That's for.
Also, we come from Baggy and I, same age. Little trivia. Yeah. We come from an earlier age of gaming. Online gaming was like, how fast can you type? And,
yes.
If you're typing, it was a great moment of vulnerability.
That's true. Yeah. Or I remember, just local. I remember getting on BBSs. Yeah. BBS board and just doing modem games of Doom, like 1v1 with somebody.
You have the book.
Yeah.
You have to memorize your IP address. Slangs. Were you a high ping bastard or a low ping bastard, Bahzad?
I don't know.
I got high speed very early on in the mid-90s.
I got Rogers when it was called Rogers Wave. Rogers Wave. I got high speed internet. I think I was in grade 10. Yeah. But I had internet. I was getting internet rather early. My brother and I think we paid $19 a month to get on 1 hour a day. Remember when you would buy by the hour? Mm-hmm. So we didn't have enough money for unlimited internet, so we just pooled whatever little money we had, and we got 1 hour a day. Instead of like 30 hours a month, we figured if we get 1 hour a day, that's enough. Yeah, Who needs more than 1 hour a day on the internet anyway, right? So what we would do is we would go online, and we would go to all the websites that we liked, and load them up, and then we would browse our history. Oh. It was smart.
That's
instead of wasting time, reading the website.
You just cache it all.
Just load all the websites, load all the video game websites, and it was pretty much all video game and anime websites. And
as was the style at the time.
Yeah, as was the style at the time. And yeah, Street Fighter and like Killer Instinct and like combo websites and like just learning all the tricks. And yeah, that's
remember printing out like the cheat codes and stuff?
Hell yeah.
Like you'd be sitting there in the basement with like, or just not even printing out, writing it by hand.
Yeah, dude, or getting all of the Mortal Kombat fatalities. I'm like, here's all of the moves and fatalities on a printer. I got it all.
Yeah.
Here it is. I had it. It was great. But yeah, that was it. Those were the days.
Yes.
Daryl Hands. I used to hate wearing jeans and denim jackets, but now I actually like it. LOL. It's a great look. Canadian tuxedo. Here we go. A real Canadian.
Little tip. This is my very first denim jacket, so I've only ever had it since the
really?
come out, and
you started
I'm
pretty
starting
good.
to really kind of
embrace it.
Start at the top.
Yeah. You started at the top. You didn't start at the bottom. You started right at the top.
This was a classic case of the buy ones, cry ones, and
there you go.
I'm getting used to it.
You got it.
This is funny. Orlog, being a 15-year-old talking to 30-year-old men with jobs and wives was a fun experience. I remember I had a friend playing Halo, and he was a doctor. And it was just the weirdest thing.
Right.
Like, I'd be online, and he'd come and hey, you want to play? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm just like,
Yeah,
old guy.
I had no idea who I was talking to.
You'd never just chat about like.
Well, I would be on like the Shoryuken forums, so that was like the Street Fighter forums, and like back in those days, like there were actually some decent local tournaments in Montreal, not Montreal, in Mississauga that I would go to, and then sometimes you'd just be on the forums and we'd organize like some like crappy online tournament, and you'd have to load up your emulator or Xbox Live or whatever and play somebody. And I mean, but between just like chatting with like people on the forums, I never really like made friends.
You never. Well, I guess it depends on the system, but like an Xbox, you could like have people.
Yeah, I
friends,
like, dude, my friends list on
online.
Xbox is like my brother and like my one coworker from. I don't add anybody. I'm a very much a solitude gamer. Yeah. I'm not interested.
I would add anyone who added me back.
Or my buddy Steve. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty with him, but that was it.
I think you told me some other Steve stories.
Yeah, Steve's a good guy. Shout outs to Steve. Steve, if you're watching, I love you. Okay. Printing out the directions on MapQuest.
Great. Memory unlocked.
Yeah.
Memory unlocked. Don't miss your turn.
Yeah.
Don't miss your turn.
You're screwed. Yeah.
I remember doing that going to other countries, like printing it out before you got to another country and thinking, oh, this is high stakes. I better not miss my stop on the train.
Yeah. Okay. HVH writes, can you recommend jeans, a fit of jeans? My waist is a 31 and my thighs are 22 inches. I'm really struggling to find good fitting jeans. Well, instead of based on your measurements, what are you having a problem with when you try on jeans? I mean, the waist is not so much of an issue because so long as we have the right waist size for you, you should be good. But do you find that the thighs are that you try on jeans are too small? Is that your problem? Let us know. Let's try and find a pair of jeans for you.
Well, I'll say what I say to everybody, which is get your best fitting pair of pants or jeans, measure them as per our measuring guide on the website, tatenyoko.com, down at the bottom, and then just compare it to the size chart.
Yeah.
And you should have no problems.
Yeah. This is always very good general advice. But sometimes, I mean, we can point someone in the right, in a little bit, nudge them in the right direction. Like maybe you want to be looking at easy guy fits, or maybe you want to be looking at, the weird guy might be the right fit for you. But generally speaking, always follow that measurement guide advice. That is going to 100% get you the right size.
And
right?
if you're unsure, send me a picture of your measurements. Yeah. And be very careful. You want to measure it exactly. I mean, exactly how we do it in the picture, because it's very easy to make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, you'll probably get a size that's too small. And
the most common mistake for sizing is presuming your waist size, because some people might wear a size 32 jean. They think that they are a size 32.
No, I'm 32
right,
inch.
Right.
And then
they think their waist is 32 inches.
Yeah, and then they buy a 30. Yeah. And it's 2 sizes too small.
Right, because the 30 typically has a waist measurement of 32.
Ish.
But your 32 jean that you're wearing probably has a waist measurement of 33 and a half, 34. Mm-hmm. So there's a big disconnect there. You have to know your measurements of your jeans, the jeans that you wear. Not even so much that your body measurements are actually less important, but if you got a good fitting pair of jeans, at least one, or trousers, whatever it is, measure them the same way that we measure them and then compare to the charts. You might be surprised. Right. Oh, right. Garrett's got a good point here. Just pointed out that we're only at 42 likes in this video right now. So we got to get that number up. Everybody.
Plus one.
Terry's doing it right now.
I can do it.
All right. So everybody, get your phone out, or if you're watching on your computer, hit that like button. Let's get those likes all the way up to the sky. And if you haven't done so already, and I mean, why wouldn't you have? But, you know, we all make mistakes, but we will forgive you. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the notification button. That way you're up to date with all of our latest videos, news, and stuff that we post here on YouTube's. And there we go. Look, those likes are going up. They're going up real good.
Yeah, ring
I
the
like
bell.
it.
Subscribe.
Yeah, fantastic. You guys are...
And tell your friends.
Yeah, definitely tell a friend. Venomous Teddy ETA on the double dirty fades. No ETA at the moment, but we've got 2 jeans that are going to be coming out very, 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 very soon. And we're going to talk about them right now. Those 2 right there, Chair Bear. Call him the Chair Bear.
Yeah, it's right over here.
This is coming out not next Friday, but the Friday after. So that is going to be Friday, the 17th of February. We've got the lightweight recycled Selvedge coming back. Well, not coming back. It's the new version of the recycled Selvedge. So we had one before, 14 ounces. These are coming out at 11 ounces. So a much more, it's a better weight, I think, for the summertime. But still, it will carry you into the spring, summer. A great kind of stone blue type of wash. And it's actually not a wash.
Yeah.
This is like more of a stone blue kind of color. And the way that we achieve the color on this denim is not through dyeing, but it is through a process of recycling cotton, raw denim cotton strips. Yeah. So basically the offcuts, when you're making production, there's offcuts, the parts of the fabric that you can't use. We take this and we chop it up, we mix it with new cotton, and we spin that into yarn, and we get this magical piece of yarn right here. So this is the yarn that we use in the recycled cotton, and you can see it's a little bit of a melange, and it's quite blue, but it's maybe hard to see, it's not focusing, but there's a little bit of white in there, and it's a nice mix, and it's not a solid color. And it's not a solid color because this yarn is not dyed. So the color here is a mixture of that recycled denim mixed with the cotton to get that blue color. So these jeans aren't going to be like your greatest fading pair of jeans in the world because they're not really designed to fade, but they are designed to give you that great old school color, a great color for the summertime, and a great old school color as well. I mean, I think it's nice to have a nice lighter blue jean in the wardrobe, and we've got that great pink Selvedge ID here, which I think really goes well with like that baby blue kind of color here. So this is going to be coming out very, very soon. On the 17th of February, that'll be the second release of the Spring-Summer 2022 collection. So it's an eco-friendly denim. It's got a recycled leather patch. So it is made from leather, but it is made from like a compressed leather. It's like basically it's like particle board. We take all the like leather scraps.
That's what they call genuine leather.
Oh, is it?
That's genuine leather.
All right,
it's like particle board leather.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then it is.
It is leather.
It is leather, but
counts.
We are using the scraps of leather to put it together.
No,
so
it's cool.
It keeps that eco story, that recycle story going. A nice little package here. So that is coming up very soon.
Yeah.
On the 17th, and then we have the.
Oh, and these are gonna be hot. Just so you guys know, these last time we sold them, they sold out very quickly.
Yeah.
And then I got a whole bunch of people who came in the summertime who wanted them, but they were all gone. Yeah. So, don't wait on those.
Yeah.
They sell
they're
very
not
quick.
washed, eh?
No. Raw.
With the old ones.
No, the ladies ones we did rinse.
Oh, the lady
yeah.
ones are
For the men's
rinsed.
it was raw. Right.
So this is still pretty.
It's still pretty crispy.
Got a bit of rigidness.
Yeah. We'll do a sound test when we get the.
Oh yeah.
No. When we do the video, we'll get the ASMR going. And then the next one, which I think a lot of people are going to enjoy, and these are going to be coming out the week after that on the 24th of February. This is the hard, soft Selvedge. This is a really, really cool denim. It's quite rigid. It's got this really kind of earthy tone to it, and it's made with short staple cotton on the outside, long staple cotton on the inside, so you got a rough and tough texture on the outside, but inside is nice and smooth and silky. So it's very, very comfortable, and that rough exterior is gonna kind of pill a little bit more, and it's gonna fade a little bit more. It'll kind of give you a little bit more of a like a marbly looking fade. I'll try to find an example of it. And in addition to that, the exterior yarns are spun extra hard. They call it a hard twist to give it that really, really gritty texture. It's pretty rough sounding, very sandpaper feeling. So I'm looking forward to this one. If you're looking for a great indigo fading denim, this is gonna last you, I mean, spring, summer, fall, winter. It's a great all year rounder in terms of the weight. I think they're 13 ounces, and that weft on the inside just kind of got more of a natural colored beige kind of cotton. So
they almost seem kind of reminiscent of the True Grit.
I would agree. Yeah, very similar in that respect. So.
And the True Grits were awesome.
The True Grits were very nice.
I
wore the True Grits for a long time. This does remind me a lot of the True Grit Selvedge. It's the interior is maybe a little less brown, but it's still like warm toned cotton. It's not like all the way like chocolatey brown, but it's still there. So we'll have some really beautiful photos of these coming up very soon. We were just shooting them today, actually. So
yeah, we had a lot of fun yesterday and today shooting
denim.
The photos.
Yeah, BD writes, Bahzad, fade these. This is a good one to fade.
Big contrast of stitching on this one.
Man, there's
what are you gonna choose?
I might do the indigo green cast for fall winter. So it's the, even though I've already faded the MIJ 3s, I might go back to that. I might, because I would like to have one, because my MIJ 3s are too small. I talked about that last week.
Or just cut until you can fit back into MIJs.
No, that's not gonna happen.
How much?
I need lose a lot more
3
weight.
months cut.
Yeah. So there you have it, guys. I want to do a snack time with you all, and then we're gonna wrap things up here. I gotta get back to my hotel and get packed up to go to Chicago. But Terry brought us some treats for snack time. We haven't done snack time in a while. Terry, what do we got here today?
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of the snack time, me and my wife, so I had to get a special treat. This one's from Canada. It's made in Canada. It is Masala Munch. I'm sure you can really get that close. Right.
Curry.
Yeah, so I think that's like the new mark. They got a couple of flavors. This is the Masala Munch flavor.
Okay.
And as far as I can tell, it looks like Cheetos, but curry flavor.
Okay. All right, let's do this.
Let's do this. I've been promised some big,
bold flavor?
Bold flavor.
All right. It is definitely a Cheeto. There's no question that in Japan, they also have other snacks that are very, very similar to this.
Cheeto,
and this is made by Frito-Lay, right?
This is a Frito-Lay product.
So this is a Cheeto.
Yeah.
This is...
There you go. Man, like this flavor is like pouring out of the bag.
It has a very like Indian spice smell, which is very nice. BD writes Masala Munch rules. Okay.
Yeah.
Daryl Hands writes, shout out to Till Denim in Toronto. They introduced me to Naked Famous. Shout outs to Till. Shout outs to Till.
Shout outs
okay.
to Katie and Levi, Till.
Let's do this, guys. They're okay. They're spicy, and they really kick you at the end.
It almost seems like they're gonna be more spicy, but then to me they're not.
I'm sure they're full of salt, but
this is a builder.
Yeah,
it's like by
the
number
the
2,
spice
number 3.
is interesting, but I think the taste.
What's the ingredients?
It needs more salt.
More salt.
Which I'm sure they're full of. But there's something dry about this.
You like it dry, though.
That's true.
Yeah, it's got that chickpea, mango powder, tomato.
Yeah, they're all right.
They're good.
At least 11 herbs and spices. Probably a lot more.
Probably more. Where would I rank this? Where would I rate this? On a scale of 1 to 10.
With 10 being...
10 is perfection.
Yeah, just bliss.
This is a 6.8.
I was going to say 6.5.
Okay.
It's going to be a 7 for me. I just like this a lot.
These are fine. If they're around, I would get them. And I would probably...
Yeah.
If I saw them on a counter and I was in the mood, I'd probably get these. This would be pretty good for like a drive. Right?
I like the crab ones you brought.
Yeah.
They're similar.
Oh, yeah.
Those ones are good.
Flavors from India. But yeah.
The chili crab ones.
I
Get those again.
Yeah, these are okay.
So you can find these in Canada.
You can find these in Canada.
We got this one from Walmart, I think.
All right, Walmart. Shout out to Walmart for providing us with today's snacks.
You know what's cool though? Is like,
not sponsored though.
Yeah.
It used to be hard to get this type of thing, and now you can go to a lot of regular grocery stores.
Walmart here in Montreal, I've even found, has a pretty good selection of international snacks. Yeah.
It's not so hard anymore.
All right. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in to another live stream here. It's my last live stream from Montreal. Next week, I'll be back in Japan. So you'll see Risa again. I know we had some people missing Risa in the chat there. So you'll get to see Risa again very, very soon. If you want to see more of Terry and Garrett, you got to follow them on Tinstagram. Tinstagram is called... I was going to say Tate and Yoko's Instagram, but it's just going to be called Tinstagram from now on.
The Tinsta.
Follow them on Instagram at Tate and Yoko. You get to see what they're up to on a very, very regular basis.
You should follow Terry, too.
Yeah. Follow Terry on Instagram. What's your... Plug yourself.
It's my name, Dun_Terrence.
There you go. Dun_Terrence. You find him. He's got a very adventurous Instagram. And same thing with you. What do you got there, Garrett? You tell him your Instagram.
The Wizard of 32 OZ.
Yeah.
Like, ounce.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. And Bahzad.
I'm Bahzad T on Instagram. I'm sure you guys can find me pretty easily. I'm out there. Sebastian Pilj, last question for the day. Jade mug, is that on Tate and Yoko? No, but we are all fans of Fire King mugs here, so that's why we're going to be making, and they're going to be coming soon. The milk glass mugs, the Naked and Famous Denim ones. So those are en route to Canada. We'll have them up probably. We're February, March. They'll be probably out before the end of March, probably. So
they're gonna be very collectible.
Yeah,
great for gifts.
Collect them all.
Collect them all.
Collect them all.
Collect a whole set, so when someone comes over to your house, you can have a full set.
That's it. I agree. Any last words, Terry? Not last words, but final thoughts.
Last words.
Any last words, Terry?
Thanks for joining. Be kind. Love your fellow denim enthusiast.
I love it. And you, Garrett?
Stay warm. Have a good weekend. Don't work too hard. Just relax this weekend.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I like that.
Chill.
Just chill.
Just chill. I always find I'm like, trying to jam as much stuff into the weekend, and then you show up to work on Monday and you're tired.
Amen.
Right.
So
Amen.
Try to relax a little bit.
Yeah. Take it easy, everybody. And be kind to yourselves. Be kind to somebody else. Tell your mother you love her. And we will see you guys next week on the live stream. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great weekend. All right. Bye, guys.